Welcome to the very first episode of the Marlon vs. Marlon podcast. And I'm your boy Marlon.
And I'm your boy Marlon.
Join us as two childhood friends talk everything from sports, pop culture, and everything in between.
On today's episode, we're going to touch on some NCAA, NBA, and of course some NFL. So jumping right into the NFL, Jay-Z, we obviously know he partnered with the NFL. Some are saying it's a money grab. Some are saying it's a little bit more to do with social injustice and equality. So let's hop right into it. What do you think this is?
First off, I think Jay-Z needs way more credit than we're giving him.
Yeah.
I think social media, per usual, took a 20-second clip and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down and got to watch that whole interview or question and answer session with him and Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell, yeah.
And none of that, like the whole 20 seconds was taken out of context.
Yeah.
Right before that clip, he said he still supports Cap.
Yeah.
Right after that clip, he says, I still support all forms of protesting.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the question is. He has been incredible, man. He's done social reform with Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Helped get 21 Savage out. He has his own.
He does a lot of things behind the scenes.
All kinds of stuff. He's got a foundation where he gets scholarships to underprivileged youth. Like, come on. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Jay is cool. Jay is good until he proves himself otherwise. In my book.
And that's the thing. I think that we have to just let's wait a little bit to see what he does. And obviously, with the song that came out, you need me, I don't need you, and all that. And Jay, we know Jay is a businessman, so of course the money is going to be involved, money grab, whatever some would say. But I think it's more than the money grab. It's more than Colin Kaepernick. It's going to be more. It could be potential ownership. We don't know. But let's give Jay some time before we want to start to, you, and point the finger and all that stuff. Jay knows what he's doing. So let's give him
I'm
some
glad
time.
you said the money grab point too. Let's be real here. Jay is a businessman.
Yeah, of course.
There's going to be a financial gain on his end.
Yeah.
Or at least he thinks there can be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with capitalism all of a sudden?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also think he's going to do his best to really make a change and do whatever he can to make that happen. And if it doesn't, I think he'll walk away, just like he did with the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. It didn't work out the way he thought it would. He still made some money, and it's still a good look. They're in Brooklyn now.
I feel like Jay-Z knows that he has an opportunity to jump into something that could be great. And he can make some changes, and not only through Super Bowls or half times or whatever. Jay knows what he's doing, and I feel like eventually we're going to see him move in a different direction or work behind the scenes and make something happen, but only time will tell. But we will eventually see what happens.
And last thing on that was the other part of that question and answer session is they talked about how they're going to be partnering with other people, other entertainers, and it's not just going to be a Super Bowl performance. Like it's not going to be Super Bowl at the halftime. It's going to be programs in these communities. It's going to be other shows that are fundraising and giving back to the youth. It's going to be other shows that are donating and giving back to social injustice. All these acts. So relax, give it some time. Jay will prove himself, and if he doesn't, I'll apologize to y'all.
Only time will tell with what Jay-Z's going to do, so we'll have to see for ourselves. But staying with the NFL, Andrew Luck, we know he retired recently. He had a calf injury. Some were saying it could have been an Achilles, and they were saying it had something to do with the bones scraping on each other or something like that. But he walked away. Fans weren't happy about it. It was something that was unexpected. Nobody saw this coming. Obviously, the fans were not happy at all. So who's to blame for Andrew Luck and all these injuries?
The Warriors doctors. You said calf and Achilles, right?
Yeah.
And
we know about Achilles. So
right.
Yeah.
And I'm joking, but I mean, I think Andrew Luck did what he thought was best for him, and I can never fault a man for that. I don't think it was a brash decision. I think it was very well thought out, and he thought the time he finally came to a decision.
I fought him for timing. He knew he was going to retire. He at least thought about it months ago. Nobody just wakes up one morning, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna just quit. Like that's my only thing. You can't give your team that little of a time to prepare for a season. When you were a Super Bowl contender last year, you've gotten better this year.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh.
Did they not?
I don't know how they got better, but if you said they got better.
They got better defensively.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. They got better defensively. Offensively was already, I don't want to say it was elite, but it was pretty stacked. You got Marlon Mack in the back. You got T.Y. You have some weapons on the offensive side. And Andrew Luck is one of the quarterbacks that you knew he was going to be something special when he came into the league. Everybody knew. It's just the injuries was the only thing that held him back. So
I would agree with you if I didn't give Andrew Luck more credit than waking up one morning and saying, I think I'm done. I think this Stanford guy, well thought out, put a lot of thought and time into this decision. I mean, was it the best time? No, but when is the best time to say that you're retiring at 28? Never.
Possible return?
No. That man is about to enjoy life.
We know Gronk recently retired. He came out on social media and he talked about, or it was a video that released, and he came out and said that he just lost the joy for the sport and he just wasn't happy anymore. So Gronk is somebody I personally feel that would come back for the right time. I know a lot of players that are elite or great players. Sometimes they want to skip training camp, OTAs, all that stuff, and come back whenever they feel ready. But it could have been the Patriot way. It could have been the injuries too as well. Like, what do you think it is with Gronk?
I don't know. I think Gronk is done too, but I do see Gronk coming back before Andrew Luck because Gronk looked like he's enjoying life playing football.
Gronk always enjoys life, always on a boat in Vegas. Gronk is always doing something. So.
But I can see him coming back before. But again, I feel like his decision might have been a brash one as opposed to Andrew Luck, who I felt thought about this for a long time before actually making a decision. So.
Yeah, it should be interesting. They both could come back. We'll see. Andrew Luck is a great talent. I think he just wants to get healthy, get his mind right, and I know deep down, I think he does want to come back.
And with all due respect to Andrew Luck, we're talking about you for way too long. He's not playing anymore, so let's move on to somebody who
Moving on. Cowboys and Zeke. Obviously, we've been dealing with this for about a month now. Zeke and his holdout. Melvin Gordon, he's had his holdout too as well. We've been dealing with that. So, but let's get right in it. So Zeke will something get done week 1?
I don't think so, and I hate to say it. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I want to see Zeke back. I do like the young kid Pollard, but I would love to see him grow under Zeke. But he's a top 3 back in the league, bro. We're not.
I'll give you that.
We need him. I'm not gonna front. If we want to make a serious run in the playoffs, because to your measurements, we're a contender for a Super Bowl. So I think we need him in the backfield.
Who?
Well, you said that the Colts were a Super Bowl contender because they won
I
a playoff
said
game.
Colts, not Cowboys.
But they won a playoff game. We won a playoff game. Same thing.
Back to the topic at hand. The thing with Zeke is tough because he does have 2 years left on that contract. So regardless, he can't sit out this whole year. He sits out this whole year. He has to make up for that year later. So you're just getting older while you're hanging out in Cabo and bored out of your mind while your team is out there fighting. You got Dak. Hold on one second. You got Dak and you got Amari. Both of them are on their last year of their contract, and they're out there in training camp while you are holding out because you want a new contract and the contract that you got isn't good enough. So,
well, to Zeke's credit, quarterbacks and receivers, different positions. Running backs are a dime a dozen in the NFL. So he knows this is his window to get paid, and he has to get paid. With that being said, I think it's a good offer. I'm not mad at Jerry Jones for this offer. I am mad at Jerry Jones for the antics and all that bull crap in the media.
Zeke
media. That's not cool. That's whack to me. But I do like the offer, and I think Zeke will be back eventually.
Well, he better if you guys expect to make the playoffs, and but I think he came out and he said something recently
he said
about
he wants to be a Cowboy for life.
Well, yeah, there was something that Jerry came out and said they'd rather have him for the long run versus early on and all that. So that's the thing. One thing I did like that you guys did. You guys got your Jalen Smith. You got him wrapped up for about 5 years, so that's really good.
It looks like Jerry's willing to throw around some money and win a Super Bowl before he leaves us.
That's what he said was they're not saving money. Steven and Jerry, that's going to go to somebody else. So it's not like they get to keep the money. So it's like, and I know Zeke felt some type of way about it to know that, okay, you guys aren't giving me the money. But the same guy in my draft class, he gets an extension, but I don't.
But this is okay. I'm glad you mentioned that because I learned something recently. Tony Romo was talking about this on one of these NFL shows. He said the way teams set this up is they set aside a percentage of their salary cap for each position, right? What hurt the Cowboys was the allotted amount for positions got messed up when they had Sean Lee already there. They had then they got Van Der Esch, the young linebacker, and then Jalen. So now you're paying 3 guys essentially for that linebacker position, and they got to get paid. Those 3 guys got to get paid.
They have to.
So it kind of throws everything off when we can give the quarterback this amount of money, we can give the receiver this amount of money.
Yeah.
But now it's all coming to a head at once, and it's kind of throwing everything off. So I thought that was really interesting to hear Tony Romo, my guy, it's my quarterback.
I'm my back. I'm my back.
Well, Melvin Gordon's not reporting to camp either. How about that? How about we talk about that? How about we talk about the Chargers not going to the playoffs without Melvin Gordon?
Well,
how about we talk about the Chiefs?
We'll get to the division winners later and all that stuff. Melvin Gordon, I'm a little disappointed. He's only finished 1 season in his 4 years, and he's on his 5th-year option. He's going to make 5.6 if he were to report it to camp to play for his next contract, essentially. We offered him 4 years for $40 million. Obviously, he turned it down. He's not going to get that with any other team, in my opinion. They're not paying running backs that much money, and you know that. Decent running backs are getting crappy contracts, but they do everything, but they get the crappiest contracts, essentially. So, it sucks, but that's the way it is with the NFL. So, but he wants to get paid as if he's a top 3 running back, but he's not. He's not a Gurley, a Zeke, or a Bell. He's not that back, but he is a solid back. But to Chargers' defense, we were 4-0 without him last year, so that doesn't help your case, Melvin Gordon, if you're trying to get a contract with us, because it shows that we can win without you. However, Austin Eckler, Justin Jackson, they are great backups and role players, but they aren't the running back that Melvin Gordon is that can run between the tackles. Because
let's be clear, Melvin. He's a Charger fan. If he don't want you, he don't want you. Zeke, we want you as Cowboys. Just to let you know, I'm speaking for all the fans, even if they don't want you. I want you, so we all want you.
Cowboys have the upper hand, though, so we'll see how that all plays out. I mean,
speaking of upper hands,
okay.
Yo, look at Le'Veon, man. He ended up getting less money than you're about to get from us, and he ended up in New York.
Hey, don't sleep on Sam Darnold, man.
Zeke. Don't end up.
Sammy D is gonna be
Miami.
Nice. Sammy D is gonna be nice. Yeah.
Come on, Zeke. Come on back, man. I know it's a little hot out here still. It's about to cool off though. Maybe you're just waiting for it to cool off. It's all good. I feel you.
Anyways, transitioning in, it's time for our division picks. Who we think we're gonna win in each and every division. We're gonna start it off with the AFC. We were just talking about with the Chargers, so we'll just stick with the AFC West. You finished?
No, go.
Anyways,
I'm gonna go second.
AFC West. So we had our pre-production meeting and all that. So he knows that I'm not picking the Chargers to win. I'm picking the Chiefs. Chiefs are a more complete team. That offense is one of the most dynamic offenses I think we've seen in the past 20, 30 years. Mahomes is obviously something special. The defense, they had a few additions to the defense, so I think they're going to be they'll do what they did last year. However, the Chargers, I feel like they will be right behind them. But with no Melvin Gordon, Derwin James, the injury hurts us. He's not going to be back till late October, November. That obviously hurts us. So I feel like we will make the playoffs, but the Chiefs, I have them winning the division in the AFC West.
The Chiefs. But I was just looking up on my... I don't think it takes much explanation, but I was looking up on my phone the definition of more complete, and it just means better. The Chiefs are better than everybody else in the division. That's why they're going to win. Not more complete.
They are. They're
not more because they don't have players.
They don't have 2 of their best players out on offense and defense, so they're more complete.
They're better. Moving on.
AFC East. Patriots. It's no brainer. It's going to be the Patriots.
Who else is in that division? Alabama, Florida State. Who else?
Well, one thing I will say about the Jets, I feel like the Jets are up and coming. Sam Darnold is going to be... He's not there yet, but we can see him progressing and developing as one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He's obviously not top 10 or whatever, but he's young. He's getting better. So we will see him in the future. And then you got Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson, and then they spent some money on the defense. So the Jets are up and coming. They're just not ready yet. But you can tell once Brady retires, that division could be the Jets.
I will say this: Sam Darnold, fight on, Trojans. But I am really, really nervous that if he doesn't develop quickly enough, that Le'Veon is going to be a freaking workhorse and run himself into the ground.
He said he got fresh legs. What did he said he wanted?
Well, he better have fresh legs.
He said he wanted 500 carries, I think, this year or something like that.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
good luck against 8-man boxes with 500 carries. Yeah, good luck.
They gonna stack the box for real.
Yeah.
All right, AFC North. I am dropping a bomb on everybody. Not the Browns, not the Ravens, not the Bengals, obviously. I'm going with the Steelers. I think that Big Ben has a lot to prove.
What did this table do to you?
I don't know what it did, but I'm dropping a bomb on everybody. I feel like Big Ben, he has a lot to prove to everybody. Connor is going to be consistent as he was last year. Juju he's now the number 1, which everybody knows in Pittsburgh, the number 2 always has the best year, and they drafted Washington. He's going to have a monster year. If you don't have him on your fantasy, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Let me finish. The one thing I will say about the Browns, everybody says, oh, Odell, Jarvis, Baker. What have we seen them do recently? You can't judge anything off preseason because most of the big players don't play. I feel like they do have a great defense, yes, but Baker isn't necessarily the best quarterback under a tough spot. He has a lot of growing to do, and I feel like some stages will be too big for him. I do think that the Browns will make the playoffs possibly as the last seed, but I don't think that. I think that the Steelers are going to take it, and Big Ben has a lot to prove, and never go against Mike Tomlin.
My turn?
Go for it.
The Steelers are not going to win the division, and it's because they got worse. You don't lose your 2 best players and get better. It just doesn't happen. They lost their 2 best players.
Yeah, but look at what I'm not saying last year they were great, but they lost a distraction.
They lost their 2 best players, and what did the Browns go and do? Got better. They got better. And what have they done? Oh, I don't know. Hundreds of catches each season between Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham.
There's only one football to go around.
I'm glad you said that. That's the problem. There's only one football to go around in Pittsburgh, and we know where it's going. Either Connor or Juju. We don't know where the ball is going in Cleveland.
Washington, they got Jesse James. Big Ben can scramble.
Big Ben can scramble. He didn't even mean that. All right, I got the Browns winning that division though, but I do have Juju and Ben Roethlisberger on my fantasy teams.
Nobody cares.
I care. So
nobody cares.
But
nobody here cares about.
Nobody cares about them winning. I just need them to get yards and touchdowns and lose all the games, so my prediction can be right.
I will say, the Ravens, do not sleep on the Ravens. I feel like Lamar has gotten better. He's working on his game, working on his passes, all that stuff. He's working with Vic for a little while. Mark Ingram pickup is huge. I feel like he's going to be great in fantasy, by the way, for all you fantasy people.
Did you see me?
Out there.
That was me sleeping on the Ravens.
Okay, all right. I'm telling you.
Well, shout out to Tony Jefferson, T-Jeff. Shout out to T-Jeff from Dago.
But I will say this. What happened to the Ravens in the playoffs?
Shout out to T-Jeff, San Diego,
No,
man. Keep rapping
no
the 609,
comment.
bro. I don't care about the Chargers.
Okay.
I'd rather rap for T-Jeff.
Okay, all right, T-Jeff. Yeah, so I'm just saying, don't sleep. I feel like it's going to be a tight division race, but we will see what happens. AFC North is always pretty tough.
They got way too much
All right,
time.
AFC South, we just got the news about Andrew Luck, so we know that they're not in the mix. I don't think Jacoby Brissett's going to do anything.
You don't think the heir apparent to Tom Brady at one point can win a division of this magnitude?
I'm going to take
Nope.
the Houston Texans. That offense. They lost Lamar Miller. We obviously saw that in the preseason. He's done for the year, torn ACL. But they did make that trade with Duke Johnson, which I feel is going to be a great addition, a great pickup.
On my fantasy team.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team. And then D-Hop. D-Hop is D-Hop.
Not on my fantasy team.
So that offense is obviously set, and then you're looking at that defense. Clowney, he's probably going to be gone before the season starts. If not, I know something almost happened with Miami, but Clowney's not going to be there for a while. But that's definitely.
I'm with you on that.
Definitely.
Clowney doesn't want to go to Miami, and neither do you, Zeke. So come sign his contract. But I'm with you. I do think that the Jaguars can sneak up in there and steal it if the Texans aren't careful. But I'm going to go with the Texans as well. If Leonard Fournette runs like his son, though, nobody in the league will tackle him. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to attach
He's
to
nice.
this. His son shouldn't be playing with kids. It's not fair. But anyway, who we got next?
Yeah. Well, one thing I will say about Jacksonville, Nick Foles, we don't know what type of Nick Foles. Nick Foles can be great or he can be average and look like a backup quarterback. So with the Jags, I think they should be.
Well, he is a backup quarterback, right? He's a starter down there?
He's a starter. He's just like a Jimmy Garoppolo, like all the other quarterbacks that were.
Cap should have a job.
Oh, of course. Yeah. 100%. All right, now let's move on to the NFC. Let's start with the NFC West. Rams obviously were in the Super Bowl last year. It's no surprise. They are one of the most complete teams in the NFC.
Better than everybody else. Better. Stop saying complete.
They're the most. No, they're just complete. As far as offense, defense, they are one of the most complete teams in the NFC. Offensively, Gurley is the only thing that scares me. As far as with Gurley, we don't know how that knee is. They've been hiding him in the preseason. He could be 100% and we wouldn't know. So Gurley is my only concern. Robert Woods, you got
shout out
Cooper Kupp coming back from that knee injury. So that offense should be okay. Aaron Donald in the middle. That defense is still going to be nice. So Rams all the way. Seahawks, I will say, you can never count out Russ. Russ and with the plethora of running backs they have, that and 12-man, all that, they always make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win the division, but they will make the playoffs.
Seahawks?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of pulling for the Seahawks. I'm a big Russell Wilson fan, big Pete Carroll fan. Little bro Jamar's out there right now, so hopefully he sticks. And I hope to see him do well out there. But all that being said, I think this is the Rams' division to lose. The other two teams, I'm not even going to give much breath to.
I'll come back to it.
I don't. Tyree out in San Francisco though, Lincoln High School, San Diego. We shout you out. But other than that, this is a two-man race.
I do feel that the Cardinals might make some noise. I don't know that they'd make the playoffs, but I think they're going to surprise some people. I think Kingsbury will throw out some plays and
Murray, Kingsbury. This sounds like an episode of
I don't
College
know.
Football Live.
I'm not saying they're going to win the division or make the playoffs, but Kyler is special, and I'm 5'6". He's probably an inch taller than me, but I think that they will figure out a way to use him and implement him in that offense to make sure that he.
If my quarterback is an inch taller than him, I'm not placing any bets.
We're cutting that out. Anyway.
But, no, I will say this. You're right. He is special. Not many people are drafted in the first round of the Major League Baseball draft and drafted number one in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
So, yes, he's special.
Yeah, we're giving old man Larry.
But they're all
Mr. Consistency.
special. Larry Fitzgerald retired.
DJ.
Take a page out of Andrew Luck's book. Walk away.
DJ. David Johnson.
Larry.
Back
We
from
love
dead.
you. You are amazing.
Nah.
Go get your gold jacket and chill, bro.
Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent. He's like the Antonio Gates of receivers.
This young man is going to get you killed out here. Yo, you don't have any help. It's just you. That safety sitting over the top waiting. It's not working.
He's smart. He can see that. That's why it's like Keenan Allen catching and go to the ground. All right.
If Keenan Allen played for the second best team in the AFC West, where we going? NFC? NFC what? Are we in the NFC East yet?
No.
Boy.
NFC South. Going out on a limb, saying the Falcons. I do feel that the Falcons, Matt Ryan, I think we're going to get MVP Ryan back this year. Julio, Sanu,
Beast.
Ridley.
Beast.
That is one of the best trios in football.
I agree.
They will be back this year. They beefed up on defense. I do feel they will surprise some people, and they will shock the world. Saints, I don't want to discredit the Saints and try to...
Wait.
I know, hold on.
Is that a Muhammad Ali reference?
I don't want to discredit the Saints at all.
That's exactly what you're doing, by the way.
I know the Saints are the Saints. They are the defending... Well, no, they're not defending anything because they didn't win. But
they're the defending division champs.
Shout out D. That's my homie. He's a Saints fan. But D's
not going to be happy about this.
Oh, at all. And he's not going to love anything I'm about to say. But here it is. Drew Brees is regressing. He was once a Charger. He was great. He left. And he was even better, if that's what you... Because you like for me to say that instead of more complete.
Thank you.
And he obviously won a championship, but everybody can see now he's regressing. He's great up until week 10, 11, 12, and he starts to, go down and throw more picks. I don't know if it's his age, shoulder, whatever. Speaking of shoulders, Cam Newton.
Who cares about the third place team in the division?
Well, hold on. But here's the thing. They start off strong, and then they go down the drain. Cam got that shoulder surgery. His ankle will be fine for one. He got the shoulder surgery. We'll see how he throws. But one thing that was always interesting, whenever they needed to throw a long play or a Hail Mary, he always had to go out. And Derek Anderson had to go in to go throw a long bomb. So I love Cam.
So why are we talking about them?
Because they're in that division.
They have a third down quarterback, not a third down running back. Nobody.
I gotta give love to the Panthers too because I love the Panthers. The Saints, they are a great team.
Trey, I got you, Trey. It's my turn.
They're a great team. I don't think they're gonna make it. I do get them as a wild card team.
I know a Saints fan too, and he's gonna be happy with my prediction for this division. First off,
Reggie Bush isn't a Saint anymore.
Reggie, shout out, big bro. But Trey, I'm picking your Saints to win this, bro. Nobody else can mess with y'all right now. It's okay, and I'm not gonna talk about the Bucks because they're not. They're not in the running.
Why are you talking about fourth place?
Well, because you're talking about third place, so I thought that's what we're doing today. Who's next? My guys.
All right. By the way,
boys.
Mark Ingram.
We them boys.
That's going to be a tough loss for the Saints. Latavius Murray, I think he's a decent replacement, but Mark Ingram was a monster.
No disrespect to Mark Ingram. Lovely running back, lovely family, everything. Getting the ball in Kamara's hands more will never be a bad thing for the Saints.
Well, here's the thing. No. Okay, we're gonna touch on that for a second. Here's the thing. Kamara isn't a great running back between the tackles. We saw that.
Who cares?
His first 1 or 2 seasons, it was great because teams didn't know how to defend him. Now you stack the box and make him beat you on the outside. Kamara is not that fast. He's quick. He's not that fast. So Kamara going up in the middle, you do that. You stack 3 linebackers up in there. He's gonna be fun.
I don't know what his 40-yard dash is, but from this Marlon, not this Marlon,
hey, I'm just
saying
saying
that Alvin Kamara isn't fast.
Is
almost blasphemy, and I apologize on behalf of Marlon and Marlon.
He's quick. Kamara is not. His first 3, 4, 5 steps, lightning fast, up and down. That's why he always.
Do they play the Chargers this season?
No, we don't play them. We play the NFC North.
I wish they would.
Yeah, we play the Packers and the Bears and all that.
Let's go to the
NFC.
So
NFC East.
We the boys.
Go.
You already know who my choice is. Hey, with or without Zeke, we win in the division. I said the division, not no playoff games. Completely 1,000% biased. But all bias aside, I think the Cowboys are the best team in the division.
All right, cool.
Don't at me.
Philly is the most complete team in the division.
The 76ers?
Philly.
Hey, Joel Embiid. Hey, wait. Didn't they just
Philly.
add somebody else? They just added somebody else.
Jimmy's gone. He's in Miami.
No, but they got somebody to replace Jimmy, I think. No? Tobias resigned.
Yeah.
Hey, the Sixers are going to be good this year. I rock
Ben
with
Simmons.
Philly.
Ben Simmons going to make some jumpers?
You ain't seen his offseason work?
Yeah, but he ain't going to do that in the game.
Listen.
Ben Simmons cannot shoot.
I ain't seen Ben Simmons shoot a jump shot since Montverde High School, Montverde Academy. And I've been seeing him make a lot of jump shots this season.
Yeah, playing against people like that hoop at 24 Hour Fitness like me. No, anybody can do that.
You gotta watch the right videos.
I've been watching the right videos, but he's not gonna do that in the game.
JR, I'm not gonna be rude to you on this podcast, even when NBA season comes around. I know you get a lot of flack. I love you.
Smith?
Yeah, J.R. Smith. But
I thought he was coming to the Lakers.
He been busting your ass in some of these videos. You my guy. I rock with you. But Ben is a different monster this season. Trust me, mark my words.
He don't know which way to go. All right, Philly. I got Philly. I do think that they are defensively. They've definitely beefed up defensively.
Yeah, Joel Embiid is a shot blocker for sure.
Offensively, Carson Wentz. I think
You're talking about the Eagles?
Carson's going to stay healthy this year. Carson is going to finish this year. Carson is going to make the playoffs and do damage in the playoffs. Deshaun Jackson is back home.
He's just saying this because he doesn't like me.
Carson was the MVP before he got hurt. Was he not?
Was that the season they won the Super Bowl?
Was he not?
Was that the season they won the Super Bowl?
Was he not?
Was that the season they won the Super Bowl?
Was he not?
Did he finish the season?
Was he not?
How are we going to say he's going to finish the season now?
He was the MVP before he got hurt, and you know it.
How are we going to say he's going to finish the season now? Their Super Bowl MVP isn't even on the roster anymore.
Carson was a league MVP, and you know it, before he got hurt.
He got the award?
Was it? Huh?
He got the award?
He got hurt. He got hurt, but you know it. It's okay. You're a Cowboys fan, so I understand. I get it. I don't even. Anyway, all right. NFC North to finish out the division predictions.
Who's in that division?
I got the Packers. Aaron Rodgers.
Relax.
I got him. Rodgers, Adams, Geronimo Allison, Aaron Jones, Jimmy Graham back from the dead.
Wait. That's what's the name division?
Who?
Your boy from the Raiders.
My boy.
That's
Khalil ain't my boy.
That's Khalil Mack's division.
Khalil ain't my boy.
I'm sorry, A-Rod.
Hey, this
I know
is his
A-Rod's
year.
a Cali guy.
They're back. They drafted a bunch of guys on the defensive end. Rodgers is gonna be back to show the world that he still is the GOAT.
It don't matter if he gets.
He's gonna get another ring, solidify that championship. However, I will say the Bears defense is elite. You can't debate that. Bears offense scares me. The rookie Montgomery, he's gonna be good. Tariq Cohen makes every offense better.
So Kamara can't run between the tackles, but Tariq Cohen makes his offense better. What?
It makes every offense better.
I got the Bears.
I'm not saying that the Saints are a horrible offense. Drew Brees is regressing. Kamara is not an every down back.
Yeah, and Cohen is. What are we doing here?
I'm not done with this. This is the division I want to touch on. Trubisky scares me. And one of my buddies, Champ, he's a big Bears fan. I'm sorry, Trubisky scares me. He's just
Champ.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna win nothing. But anyways, Vikings. I feel like they Kirk Cousins. You're only as great as your quarterback. You're not gonna win nothing. I think their defense is a little bit better. But Lions are just the Lions. Who you got?
I told you I don't know why we're still talking about Tariq Cohen.
All right,
and I got the Bears winning it.
All right, our predictions over for the NFL. Now switching over a little bit of NBA. Lakers are always a major topic.
Wait, let me cut you off.
Okay.
This got to do with the Lakers, too. NCAA.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations on making up for almost one of the biggest errors you could have made by trying to block Rich Paul. That's bananas. Yes, he is changing the game. Yes, it is bad for you guys, but it is great for everybody else involved that isn't a part of the NCAA. It's giving these kids an opportunity to make some money, giving these kids an opportunity to go a different route. Let's be honest. If a kid goes to school for 3 months just to go to the NBA, not to learn anything, not to study, but to make that school millions in the process, it's not for the kid. It's just for the NCAA, and that's what you're missing out on. You're scared that the next guy that does it, the next guy that goes overseas or takes a internship instead of going to the NCAA for 3 months and acting like he loves the school he plays at, when really he's just an investment. The next guy that does that might be a really, really big name instead of an average big name. Syracuse bit the bullet this time, but next time it might be Duke or North Carolina or somebody like that. So thank you for not making me come on here and really, really go in on you guys for about 5, 10, 15 minutes. But Rich Paul, LeBron, Clutch, respect. Thank you for making a way for these young athletes. NCAA is not for everybody, man.
Yeah.
And I got my master's degree. I love school. I love education, but it's not for everybody. And I understand that it's a business more than anything else. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for fighting a good fight for us. Appreciate you. All right, NBA.
There it is. NBA. Lakers, we obviously know they're a big controversial team.
The Lake Show, are they the Lake Show again?
Yeah, Showtime, baby. Showtime. When we got a point guard that's over 6'8"-ish. Yeah, time to
LeBron.
LeBron's going back to the point, so we'll see. But we know Boogie Cousins got hurt. He obviously, tore that ACL. We had to get a replacement. We didn't have a big, pool to choose from for centers. Anthony Davis loves to play the 4. He'll play the 5 when he needs to, but in his preference, he's going to play the 4. So we stuck.
Is that defensive reasons? Because I don't think there's a 5 in the league that could really guard him.
He doesn't like he doesn't like contact. But there's a lot, like Pau Gasol, for instance. Mm-hmm. Perfect example. Pau was he was decent as a center. I hated it because he doesn't like contact. He's more.
Yeah, he couldn't defend the center.
Yeah,
so
but even still, offensively, you're battling a 4-5 Dwight, give or take. He's a monster back then. So
yeah, but he's also on the other end of the court. I look at it like now you gotta step out and guard me because them guys didn't like doing that.
True, but defensively it's a liability,
right? No,
and you're not getting rebounds like you once were and all that. So it's just an issue. So we got stuck with Dwight. I'm a Laker fan, obviously, but I mean it was him or Joakim Noah. I don't know that I'd be happy with either of them.
Don't forget Fareed. Fareed was an option. 6'7" center if you wanted one.
Yeah, I mean it's.
No slight to Fareed. Fareed goes hard. Had a great season last year. I think he got picked up by the Rockets and played great.
Yeah, he does, but I don't know. But Dwight Howard, what do you think? Decent pickup?
I think in sports and in this situation, a lot of the times it's the best of what's left, and I think he was that. The thing about Dwight is if he's healthy and he got his mind in the right place, he might really be a good turnaround, a good pick for you guys.
And that's the thing. We know how last time he was with the Lakers ended, and I know he tweeted out it's I want to make it up to you, and blah 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 blah. But he played with Kobe. It's not easy to play with somebody like Kobe. I mean,
and that's not a shot at Kobe for everybody who they hate on. No, it's not a shot at
Kobe. Requires greatness, and we all know that. Just as Jordan did, LeBron does. They just do it at different levels, but. If you were one of the greatest players in the world, you're going to require greatness too because your legacy is on the line essentially. So,
and even at that, I think that's a kind of backhanded shot at Dwight. But I don't know. I can't speak for this man. But I just think the expectation was different. Dwight was younger. He thought he was going to come in, have fun, win some games. Kobe was not for the games. And there are some athletes that could come in and have fun, work, get the job done. Dwight is 6'10", 6'11", shoulders as wide as a house. He can come in. He doesn't have. Let's be honest. He doesn't have to work as hard as a 6'6" guy to be successful in the NBA. That's just what it is. So he was able to go out, be serviceable, still play a decent game, and be productive.
Yeah.
You can't do that as a guard. You can't at 6'6". If you want to be the best player in the world, you got to go a little bit harder.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah. So we're excited for the NBA season. It's coming faster than we know.
I'm excited for college basketball. Forget all these overpaid prima donnas. Like, I love y'all. I'm just playing.
Melo deserve a job?
Melo needs a job. Melo needs a job. If Cap needs a job, Melo needs a job. Let's be honest. We all fighting for Cap, and ain't nobody standing up for Melo. Melo needs a job.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite players of all time. I still got his Denver jersey, so.
Why?
Why not?
No, I just asked. I mean, you answered.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for you guys today. We really appreciate you joining us. Go ahead and click that follow button. Click that like. Give us some feedback. We do appreciate you joining us today. And then go across all platforms, Marlon vs. Marlon, Marlon vs. Marlon podcast, and follow us. Shout us out, and we're going to shout y'all out as well. Today, I'm going to shout out my boy J-Law, Jordan Lawley, B-Ball, Pew, 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 Pew crew. I used to be a part of it back in my day, too. Shout out to
the Still Canyon. The Still Canyon. Champions, by the way.
Before I go, I'm not leaving on that note. Shout out to Helix High School as well, San Diego, California, stand up. Thank you guys again. Have a great weekend.
Peace!
We out.